Well, here's another poem from this period I've been in for uh, for about 6 or 7 weeks. It's been had a bad reaction to some to a medical procedure, Western medicine. But there's another poem I wrote from a very challenging time in my life. All I have, no colors came. I belong to a rough way to beg. Something else emerges. My loneliness leverages on what I give. My sky asks, point blank, to the back of my head. My sky says, am I blue? As if that were not enough, my sky wonders, am I music to the birds? My poor hand pulls another fast one, paints a bad picture. To call the tower with no feet. Out to the song, out of tight windows, across cold skin in a rough way, to find protection from the words they leave below the cells that say hello, across a billion-year-old broken trade supply chain. Nothing shifted, nothing below those assemblages. Nobody came along, just the bitterness bites so strong. All along, all I have, rolling on my protection, oh friendly hand. I need you to sing the blues with the cohesion of night far and wide, enough to say goodbye. A rough way to find mirrors to gauge the ground beneath my eyes, find protons to arrange the wall. The diorama bleeds around my call, funds on the edge of evermore, the circus wheel that never sleeps. Before it fails, into strange sugar snow hill blue Saturn eyes, reverb along shy calls and tiny shells cast along cool shadows. That wheel never turns, a rough way, to find junk gabardine cells, to fix tombs of bestowal, wasted vested vengeance and penance through the floorboards, to pay for the old man's fat lies and that load behind the doctor's eyes, to hoist up the mermaid, the genie. In her sailboat culture, her beatitudes breeze in and out, alarmed. The season of the sun, rough flight of a second face that lives a better life by a mad beanie, don't be surprised to not burn as bright in the tiny tidings left by satellites, where mirages echo startled, dead sails from beautiful clothes frighten the Sandman. Get hold of his voice box, rerun the crossroad ruins, to put him in boxcars in Bakersfield bloody borders, to unfold spectral doubt on China shores by empty pressures on the floor. Saint Samantine running brings all the transcripts to winter, silenced by his hushed distance, where the encryption analyst fails. Down at the docks every night at 9. Give him back the rest of what's left of his faction. Nemo losing leverages over the heels of Venice's group tenderness. Skipping ripples are not the same as what was promised or what was missed, but added pathways to double the load of death across passing orbits caught on the turnpike. The anemone speaks for all things with tracking eyes, one for each missing link. Saddened brackets, the bottom of the cookie jar falls out, and all those missing pieces of the brace and bit, the rest mechanically separated. Midnight defaulters drafting regulations to conserve responsibility back to the owner. Put all else aside, there it is. There it was, only me.